Hey guys, my name is Bryson Sessions and you're listening to the Bed Project Podcast. This show is a little bit different than other shows out there, so if you want an in-depth understanding of what it's about, please listen to episode 292B. It'll give you all the details for the show and what to expect. So that being said, here is today's episode. Whoa, nice intro. Okay, so episode 304. It's Sunday, August 18th. 2024, 8:06 p.m. Gotta go to bed 6 minutes ago. Don't worry. Can't manage my time for shit. But whatever. So, okay. Yesterday and all of today, spent it with my lady. So it was a great little weekend we had. We just spent some time together and went on a hike today. It was great. And yeah, so as far as work goes, it's been a lot less than a day where I don't have anything else going on, but we still got some stuff done today, which is really cool, really exciting. There's things that I'm actually finalizing and getting completely accomplished, done. I don't have to worry about it anymore because that thing's done. You know, if I had to change anything, it might be a couple words or references or links or whatever in the document. And they're just super small things, but they are things that are getting accomplished nonetheless. So the first thing that I think I'm done with now is, and this is for back-end progress tracking for clients. This is unnecessary and I've never seen anything like this done before. So I'd like to think that I'm pioneering this different method, but of course I can't say that because there's no way I could know that I'm the only one to do this. And I probably am not, but for the sake of mental edge, baby, I am the one and only who's ever done this. But anyway, it's a Excel sheet, and so we have the daily check-in form, and it's daily, it's not weekly. There's going to be a weekly check-in form that's more in-depth, but it's called the 60-second check-in, and the 60-second check-in is literally that. It takes less than 60 seconds to check in. I'll do it right now live so you guys can get an understanding of what the fuck I'm talking about. It's just a really quick form that you fill out once per day. It takes less than 60 seconds, and well, I'm trying to go to it right now. And it tracks, this is what it tracks. I wrote another document for it too, so I can give to a client for easier understanding. I'm explaining everything in such a detailed way so that everyone can understand. So it asks 12 questions. So did you work out today? If you did you follow the exact plan? Did you stretch? Did you get your nutrition within 100 calories? Did you get your protein within 5 grams? How much sleep did you get? How much water did you drink? Were you prepared today? Did you do your vice fast? Did you do your virtue feast? Did you do your crucible? Did you do your mini discipline? And those are things that I'll touch on later. They're just mental toughness tasks is what I call them. So MTTs, MTTs I think is better. So we'll coin that term. I don't know, MTT. Vice fast is abstaining from something. Virtue feast is adhering to something else. Crucible is a very difficult task. And then a mini discipline is quite literally something as simple as wiping counters off in a public bathroom, and that's it, you're done. Or you hold the door open for somebody that's kind of far away. Or you just something super tiny that you probably wouldn't do otherwise, but it's just paying attention to details. It's literally called mini discipline. So something tiny, you know. If you see a little piece of trash behind a garbage can, pick that up, throw it away. You're done for the day. That's it. Just focusing on small little tiny details. But there's 12 questions, and each of them have a point system, or they have points attached to them. So yes answers give 3 points, no answers give 0. And then depending on the sleep and the amount of water, it could be 3, 2, 1, or 0. And the total amount of points that you can get, and I hate calling them points, I feel like I'm in 3rd grade again. But the total amount of points you can get for the day is 36 points. And that's at the time of writing this, and I might change or adjust something, but it seems pretty final. So 36 points per day, and then per week, that's 252 points that somebody can earn. And then per month, if you want to look at it more than just 4 weeks, if you want to go 30 days, I believe it's 31 days. I think it's 1,116. And the reason why I have this point system in the back end is so that I can see based on points where a client is at. And it's super simple because I have made it that way in Excel. I say Excel, but Excel is much easier to say than a Google Sheet. Overthought that, but whatever. So I use Google Sheets, Excel sheets, whatever. A Google sheet, I think is what I was refraining from saying. A Google sheets, Google Sheets, whatever. And so on the sheet, it has the form submissions, so it updates live. So as soon as somebody completes the form, it goes into the form immediately and is organized based on their email address, and then it has all the questions and all the answers that they gave, and it filters in automatically. So as soon as they complete the form, filters into the main response tab, and then from there it gets sorted into each individual client's category or individual folder, sheet, whatever you want to call it. So now I can come in here and I can see me, and I can see the score that I got on the far left. I can see the maximum score, 36, and then I can see the total the average percentage of my completed days. So right now I just put in random answers 4 different times, and it looks like with those answers I'm sitting at an 83 percentile for, I guess, just the tasks that I'm doing. And now this isn't like I'm 80%, like I got a B+ in the program. It's not what that is. It just means that all the controllable tasks in the day, because you can absolutely control going to the gym, or if you can't, you work out at home. You can control doing a push-up or sit-up. You can control following the plan perfectly if you're at the gym or whatever. And if you can't, then you substitute it. I deem that as acceptable. I mean, shit, if it's a busy gym, you can only do what you can do. But, you got to push yourself to wait around or ask to work in. People, if somebody asks me to work in, I say, dude, I don't let's go. What's your name? How are you doing? What are you working on? Cool, man. You got any goals? Like, no shit. Like, what are you trying to work for? Whatever. Did you complete your stretching? So stretching, you choose to stretch or you don't. And it's like 6 minutes. So how are you going to tell me you don't have time? And did you hit your caloric goal? Did you choose to eat in accordance with your plan, or did you choose not to? Did you eat your protein or did you not? Did you sleep well or did you get enough sleep or did you not? And dude, I mean, I'm probably gonna get so much backlash on this in the future. You can absolutely control how much sleep you get. I have the choice every single day to get 9 hours of sleep, but I choose to keep on working, to keep on doing whatever I'm doing, delay going to bed, and then I wake up in the morning, I'm like, dude, why did I do that? So, and that's not to say that you can wake up in the middle of the night and have a nightmare, or maybe you piss to bed or whatever. You can't control that, I guess, but you can do things to mitigate that. So, whatever. How much water did you drink? You can absolutely choose to drink a gallon of water. Dude, if you take one of those little 8-ounce bottle, the half bottles of water, the little things for kids, drink one of those. One per hour. You get a gallon for the day if you're awake for 16 hours, which everybody is. Otherwise, everybody would be getting 16 or 8 hours of sleep. Like, think about a soda can. Drink one of those per hour and you're fine. Interesting. Were you prepared with your meals, supplements, whatever, clothing for the gym, everything? Were you prepared? Did you complete your Vice, like all the MTTs, mental toughness tasks? So like if your Vice fast is no soda, did you drink a soda? Did you not? You can control that. No one's force feeding you Coke, okay? Pepsi, whatever. Did you complete your virtue feast? So did you read? Or maybe it's journaling. Maybe it's visualizing. Maybe it's meditation. Maybe it's mobility work, whatever. Like, you choose to do that. It's controllable. Like, you make the decision to do it or don't do it. And then did you do your crucible? Did you take an ice bath? I cold shower, talk to a stranger. And honestly, I keep saying those 3 because I don't know what else there is. That's very, very difficult for somebody. Those are the 3 that are really brutal for me. And then did you complete your mini discipline, which is, it's so tiny. It could even be in your own house, just something so little, It's just so you look for details and small things. And you can control every single one of these. Maybe you could argue the sleep one, but I mean, let's be honest. If you want to get better sleep, you go to bed earlier. And that's probably the easiest thing you can do to get better sleep. Go to bed earlier. And, someone's listening to this, like, you don't have kids. You don't know what the fuck it's like. Correct. Now what? So anyway, that's the little check-in sheet. It also tells me the total score. So, for example, there's 36 possible every day. And with these 4 random ass submissions I did, first day I got 30, then 36, then 24, then 30. So between 4 days, my total is 120, which 36 times 4 is 144. So that means I'm missing 24 points. And that's for no other reason than to just see the difference, So if I can see that Bobby John client right here is missing 24 points, but Johnny Bob client over there is only missing 10, but he's kicking more ass on the program. I can correlate I can, use that. I can use the data from those two measurements and make assumptions. I can draw conclusions. So if I, way down the line, if I have 100 clients, and who knows if I'll even have this system then, but if I have 100 clients and they're all doing this, I have 100 samples of data to look at. So I can see the people who are following the program and they're only missing 10 points. What are their results looking like? How's their mood? How engaged are they? And then I can look at the people who are missing 100 points and I can say, okay, well, maybe it looks like this guy's not really following the program. Looks like he's not getting results that he wants. Looks like he's kind of being lazy. And then I can see from those points which things people are struggling with that would prevent them from getting more points. See their struggles. So if I can look on here and see that it looks like 45 of the last 50 days, they didn't do their stretching. I don't know, something. So I can look at that and be like, okay, well, it seems like stretching is a hard thing for this guy. So how can I make stretching easier for this guy? How can I make it more, easier or more accessible or more convenient or more whatever for this guy? And I can work on something for that guy to get him better at stretching, to get his points up, to get him an overall score, which kind of puts him on the other side of the table here. And I won't have to, if someone's getting 36s all across the board, they're either lying out their ass or they're really fucking killing it. Either way, I'm going to look at that, see what that person is doing, and kind of, I guess, learn from them. Because if someone's getting 36s across the board, they're doing something right. I'm not even getting 36s, And I think that's the beauty of this whole thing. I'm the coach, the creator, the trainer, whatever, but I'm not perfect. Like I'm fucking up, Like I had a cookie today. I had crumbled cookies today. Went to Burley Burger the other day. If that's not part of my thing, I would have failed, But that's me, I'm human. So anyway, that's what I've been working on. And I think, fast forward here. I think I got this completed. So we have the A column, which is the total score. We have the B column, which is the maximum score. So it just says 36. We got the C column, which is the percentage. So, 36 out of 36, it's 100%. 30 out of 36, it's 83%. Then we got the D column, it's blank, except for D1, which is the total score, 120 for these 4 days. E column is blank. I might do something later. F column is the time. So F column right here, I have a formula, and it's the filter formula on Excel, and it just links to the form responses sheet in this file, pulls the data from there, and kind of pastes it live with all the data here. So from F to S column, it's all questions. So we got timestamp, email, and then the 12 questions. And then it's all conditionally formatted so that good answers like yes are green, and then negative answers like no are red. And then the questions that ask like water and sleep, there's a green for example, for sleep, 8 or more hours, that's green. 7 or more hours would be a yellow, and then 6 or more hours would be an orange, and then 6 or less, or I guess less than 6, so like 5, 4, 3, that is red. So yeah, that's kind of how it's all set up. And so that's the back end. The front end is the question. So we have the 60-second check-in. So I'm just going to read what I wrote because I'm documenting everything. So 60-second check-in. Please use the same email address every time. The purpose of this check-in is to not get my voice to crack every single fucking time I say something. So the purpose of this check-in is to get a closer look at the actions you are taking daily. The questions are scored and your total is recorded and accessible to you upon request. This is so I can track your progress and see how you're doing on a day-to-day. Since you're going to do this every single day, I made it as quick as possible to do. It takes approximately 30 to 60 seconds to complete and should be done toward the very end of your day or as soon as you completed everything. If you want more information on why this is important and why you need to do it every day, head over to the vault, which is what I call the place for all the files and videos and whatever, and check out the accountability folder, which I don't even have yet, and then tap on the 30-second check-in, which I actually need to change that right now because it's not a 30-second check-in. Any more questions? Message me right now. P.S. The email portion of this form is so I can organize your responses very easily on my end. You should be able to use your phone's autofill feature so you don't have to type anything. And that's just for clarification if somebody's like, why you want my fucking email, Which is kind of funny because if I already have them in the program, I needed their email to send them the shit. So I don't know. I'm just trying to cover all my bases because I want people to be informed. I want people to know what the fuck I'm doing, why I need their email, what's going on, and for everything. Because it just creates a very calm, trustworthy environment, and I need that at all times. So question number 1, email. And then question number 2, did you complete your workout for the day? Did you follow the workout as exactly it was laid out? Did you complete the stretching protocol for the day? Did you hit your caloric goal within 100 calories above or below? Did you hit your protein goal within 5 grams above or below? How many hours of sleep did you get last night? How much water did you drink today? Were you prepared with today with your meals, supplements, water, gym clothes, etc.? Did you complete your Vice Fast? Did you complete your Virtue Feast? Did you complete your Crucible? Did you complete your Mini Discipline? And then you're done. And you click Submit. And in the same time that I read all those, I was clicking the yes or no answers. And that's how long it takes. So if you want to rewind and count how long it took, that's really how fast it takes. Or how long it takes to complete it. It's super quick. And I made it that way on purpose. Because I personally, so I learned this actually from experimenting. This is kind of a valuable fucking thing I'm about to share here. But I learned this myself because at the beginning of this year, I had a program I developed for myself. I called it Year 95. Part of that was filling out a form every day for myself so that I could track every area of my life and see data points when I'm done and put it in graphs and stuff. So I'm like, okay, on the days that I work out and read, seems like I rate myself a 9 out of 10 for the day. But maybe on the days where I don't work out, I only read or whatever. I can draw the correlations. I can see the comparisons of, on days I work out, my average score of happiness or whatever I rate myself is higher, whatever. And the funny thing is I added so much shit into it. I think I had like 70 questions, but I made it so simple because I wasn't writing anything. I was just answering questions. So I had yes or no, multiple choice, drop box, whatever, or drop down. And I was able to bust through the 70 questions in, I don't know. I don't think it was 70 questions. I think it was like 50. I think it was closer to 50. And I was able to bust through that in about 5 minutes, because it's just, I read a question, yes or no. Or read a question, 3 hours. I read a question about a gallon of water. I read a question, I felt good. Whatever. I didn't type anything. And everything was good. And spoiler alert here, I didn't actually look at the data at all because, here's why. I then started adding questions and where I had to type and do paragraphs or, short form answer where I had to think. I had to think about, it was like, what was a win today or something like that. Super simple question, but it made me think about the day and then having to write that out. And when I'm filling out this form, it's at the end of the day and I'm tired and I don't want to do that. I just want to fill it out, go to bed. So if I can just tap the numbers or the multiple choice, it makes it so much simpler for me to just get in, get it out, get it done, and then get out of there. So when I started adding the questions where I had to type, that's when I was like, oh, fuck this, dude. I hate this. I'm not doing this. And that's why I actually stopped because I was like, no, I'm not even looking at the form. I'm not even looking at the data. I'm good. I'm retiring, and I actually have a podcast. This is cool shit, man. I have a whole podcast talking about that actually. I don't know which episode it is. It's pre-100 for sure. But yeah, so got a whole podcast talking about what I just talked about on this podcast in the future. So the references are already happening. I just need to know what episodes those are. So if somebody wants to find that and let me know, then it'd be cool. Sooner the better, because we're about to have 7,305 of these. So anyway, the point I'm trying to make is I learned this lesson myself by making a form. I needed it to be as easy and as simple as possible to fill out. I didn't want to have to think or write anything or, I didn't want to have to do any of that. I just wanted yes, no, multiple choice, drop down, you name it. Just simple, quick, fast. It takes 60 seconds to do this. So by me implementing this into the program, I'm asking for a half hour of your time per month, just 30 minutes per month to get this done. And it's probably less. Let's do it again. So let's set a timer right now. Hold on. Okay, so set a timer. Okay, open up my phone, click the app because that's a shortcut. Okay, it loads, 60-second check-in. I already read that. So email, autofill. Okay. Did I complete my workout? Yep. Did I follow the workout exactly? Yeah, I did. Did you complete your stretching? Dude, I did not stretch. Fuck that. Did you hit your calories? I did. You eat protein? Nah, dude, I missed it by 5. I missed it by 10. No, actually, I got it. No, I miscalculated. My bad. How many hours of sleep did I get? I think I got 7. How much water did you drink today? Definitely a gallon. I killed it. Were you prepared today with your meals and supplements? I was. It was really nice to have all my shit at work. Did I complete my Vice Fast? Yes. Did I complete my Virtue Feast? Yes, I did. Did I complete my Crucible? Nope, I did not do that. Fuck the ice bath. Did I do my mini discipline? I did. I cleaned up the thing in the bathroom. Cool. Submit. Boom. So right there, 53 seconds is how long it took me to do. So 53 seconds per day times that by 30, and then divide that by, what the hell would that be? 1,800? Is that right? I don't know. Actually, I don't know I don't even know what I was trying to do. Whatever. It took me 53 seconds to complete this form. Actually, a better way to do this is this. Hold on. 7 times 30. Yeah, so I'm asking for 26 and a half minutes of your time per month to do this form. And now we're not talking the weekly check-in or the monthly evaluation forms, because it's just other forms or other areas of measurement that we need to do. So like a weekly check-in would have the photos and the weight and the mood, the feeling, how's your, everything like that. So a little bit more in depth, but that's once a week. So I can do that once a week. And that form might take, 3 minutes. So 3 minutes, 4 times a month, that's 12 minutes. And the monthly evaluation is once a month, and that might take 10 minutes. So right out the gate, I'm asking for 45 minutes a month. I'm asking for a Netflix episode per month for you to just track your progress and give me honest answers. That's it. So that's what I've been working on. So going back to what I first said here, I believe that this is 100% done. So now what I'm doing is I'm going and I'm making kind of like these PDF documents. They're really bland and ugly looking, but they're just so detailed with the things like step 1. So look at this. So I have a shortcuts document. I'm writing right now how to make a shortcut on your iPhone. I don't know if Androids can do this. I'm sure they can, because they're so superior and they just do everything the iPhone can do 10 times better. So we have that shortcuts app, and so it's just that this is completely optional, but it will simplify your life when it comes to ease of check-ins. I've made this guide as explanatory as possible and added photos. If this isn't enough, click the video to follow along with me. Let's get your shortcut set up. So I'm making a step-by-step guide, PDF. I'm making a photo guide so you can follow along. I'm making a video, which I have to do, and it's all going to be in this one thing. Also, you can see how to make a shortcut on your phone. Like, so many different options for you to choose and pick from on how to set this up. From there, I have step 1, tap on your shortcuts app. This is the default app on iPhones. If you don't have it, go to the App Store and download it. It's free. Step 2, tap the plus icon. Step 3, tap the add action up button. Step 4, in the search bar at the top, click search for open URL, and then tap the option that says open URLs. Step 5, and it goes all the way down to step 11. And that's what I'm talking about. So it's super detailed. Like, there's a video, there's a photo guide, there's a step-by-step tutorial. There's so much shit on how to just do one little thing. And that's the plan for everything. So I got my work cut out for me for sure. But by doing all this work up front, I'm going to just pass up all the questions and confusion and frustration from clients later on, because it's going to be so laid out, so crystal clear on how to do everything, that the questions that I get will be questions that I like answering, not how do you turn on the computer? You just fucking push the on button, bro. That's it. So the questions won't be that. It'll be like, hey, man, so I'm really struggling with this thing. I don't know if I can do this, blah, blah, blah. Here's my schedule. You got any tips for me? That's what I'm into, okay? And then we have the 60-second check-in. Tap this link to be directed to the 60-second check-in form. I have a link. I'm going to have a QR code. And then I'm going to put this link, like this is the link that's used in that shortcuts thing, shortcuts guide as well. So when somebody makes a shortcut, the example is the check-in form. So you have an app on your phone. You just tap that. You don't have to go to the email. You don't have to go to the folders on the vault. You don't have to do anything. You just tap the app icon. You're directed right to the check-in form, and you're there. Just making it as simple as possible. As simple as possible. So tap this link, blah, blah, blah. This is to be completed once per day as soon as your tasks are done for the day or before bed. And I said, if you cannot fill this out for whatever reason, here's what you need to do. So if somebody's trying to be a little bitch and they say, oh, I can't because whatever, option 1, you write down all your answers in your notes app, save them, and then email or text them to me. You can use your voice to text and get this done in a few minutes. No typing is required. So you can even do that while you're driving, you know? You just say, hey Siri, start a new note.
What do you want it to say?
Check-in form.
Okay, I've created your note. It's called check-in form.
Hey Siri, add to that note.
Sorry, I can't help with that.
Siri, add to my check-in form note.
Sorry, I can't help with that.
Hey Siri, start a new note.
What do you want it to say?
Hey, so I'm doing a check-in. I did work out. I followed it exactly. I stretched. I ate my calories. I ate my protein. I slept about 7 hours. I drank about a gallon of water. I wasn't prepared today, and I didn't do any mental toughness tasks because I'm a pussy. That's my check-in for the day. It wouldn't let me load it, so.
Okay, I've created your hey, so I'm doing a check-in. I did work out. I followed exactly as strict.
Okay, so that's how long it took me to do that. Then when I'm done driving, or then when I'm done whatever, taking a shit, whatever, then I copy paste that, send it to my trainer, whatever, and I'm done. And then I'll put it in for the person. So you absolutely can do that. Option 2, just remember your answers, then do a 2-form submission the next day. The first form submission would be for the day previously, and the second submission would be for the current day. So you can absolutely do that. Just remember your answers, write them down, whatever. Just submit it next day, whatever. Option 3 is my favorite one. Be lazy, take a 0 for the day, and live with the fact that you couldn't take 58 seconds to better yourself. It's a stinger, huh? And then below that, I have all the questions for the check-in and their points next to it. So we have workout, follow plan, stretch, cardio, calories, protein, sleep, etc. And that's what I'm talking about, man. I'm really just trying to make this as as self-explanatory as possible and making it as simple to follow as it possibly can be. And I'm really just trying to go above and beyond in every aspect here. Instead of being like, hey, complete the form complete this form every day. I'm the kind of person that likes to know why with everything. I like to know the details. I like to know the ins and outs. I just want to know what the fuck I'm doing and why I'm doing what I'm doing. I mean, that's it. And when that's not explained to me, I ask questions. And when those questions are answered, I get frustrated. So fuck all that. I'm going to make this for somebody like me. And if somebody doesn't want to ask the questions, they don't have a lot that they're wondering about or curious of, and it's fine. They just don't. It's fine. Not a big deal. But for the people who want to know, this is a gold mine. So we have all of that. So that's kind of what I've been working on. And so again, for the 877th time, going back to what I was saying, I'm finalizing these things, and it feels good to get actual things cemented, done. I can move on from that, and I can start doing something else. And here's another thing that I'm doing, and this is extremely important. It's a bummer that I'm about to end the show because this is so important. I'm writing, so I just discovered what an SOP is, and I've been writing SOPs for everything that I do because it's a common theme where I make something. I make a calculator on Excel, or I make some kind of form, or I do something, use it, and then when it comes time to move things and edit it later, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. It's like it's completely foreign to me. I made the damn thing, but I don't know how to edit it and change things up. And so to prevent that, I'm writing SOPs, which is standard operating procedures, I believe. Let's go ahead and see. Standard operating procedure, which is a procedure specific to your operation that describes the activities necessary to complete tasks in accordance with industry regulations, provisional laws, or even just your own standards for running your business. So pretty much a to-do list, a step-by-step guide for myself. So adding a new client into the daily compliance tracker point system. Step 1, right-click on the template sheet and duplicate it. Step 2, paste this into D1, replace this with the email of the client, and then it has a formula, so I copy paste that. Step 3, paste this into A2 of the new sheet you just made in the formula bar, and I just copy paste that formula. Step 4, rename the sheet to the client's name. Step 5, freeze the top row, add all headers so they are always visible, which I already included in the template sheet, so I don't have to do that. But in case I ever forget how to do that, I come in here and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I did. And I got all the formulas, everything I need right here. Now I'm currently working on an onboarding one, which is number 1, step 1. Before hanging up the phone, so after they pay, after I get them, whatever, send the client the onboarding emails. And then I have how this looks. So it's like, all right, brother, looks like the payment successfully gone through. You're now officially part of the team. Congrats and welcome. While I've got you here, I'm going to send you the enrollment process and get you some important information. Blah, blah, blah. Yada, 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 yada. Send the emails. They'll get them. I'll say, you got them? Cool, man. Welcome to the team. Get those things done. Peace out. That way, when I hop off the phone, they're not left hanging. They're not left wondering, what do I do now? They don't have the opportunity to think, shit, did I make a good choice? Like, now what? Am I scammed? Now they have things they're working on, things that their attention is consumed by, they're working on, and they're getting things done. So the onboarding emails will be things like, hey, you made a great choice, blah, 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 like the introductory. The second email might be, okay, this is what you're going to do. Step 1, you're going to go to this folder, check out this video. It's a 30-minute welcome video. It's going to explain so many things in detail, in depth. Just get this done today. Don't worry about anything else. Tomorrow, though, I need you to go through folder number 1 and get this thing emailed back to me, whatever. And that's it. So that way they have a to-do list. They know what to expect. They know what's coming. And because this is going to be what they do in the meantime while I get their plan set up, personalized things for them. If they've got an injury with something going on, or they have different dietary needs, I make the meal plans. I make the training protocols. And I adjust the training protocol. I've got the staple program. And then I'll make adjustments to that based on if there's any problems that the client may have. So while they're doing all this stuff, kind of exploring the curriculum, if you want to call it that, the program, all that, I'm getting other shit set up. So there's never a moment where they're like, okay, now what do I do? I'm just sitting here like, cool. I don't ever want that. And then, so anyway, send the emails, onboarding 1, onboarding 2, etc. Wait for them to get it. Okay, get them cool right on it. Again, welcome, congratulations for hearing that. If you have any questions you need answers to, you ask right away. Don't wait. I'll reply to everything. Proud of you, man. Let's do this. Talk soon. Bye. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't say it like that on the phone. I'm going to have a conversation. And that's step 1 of onboarding, right? So I have to make an SOP for the sales call and marketing and DMing and converting and booking call. Like, there's so many different things. But that's, yeah, man, that's kind of, it's dark as fuck in my room. That's kind of what's going on as far as what I've been working on this weekend. And it's cool because I'm getting things done. It's not like I'm just doing a whole bunch of shit and kind of things that don't really matter right now. Like, I'm doing things that actually, I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm completing things. And it's just something, like, once something's done, I don't got to think about it anymore. And that's a good feeling. So, let's see. I also have made those medals, patches, awards, whatever you want to call them, the logos for the Crucible. And I think they look really cool. I have to make some tweaks for sure. And I have to, learn how to do some different things with Photoshop. But they're very cool. And where was I going with that? Oh, yeah. So there's so many different ones. Like, it took me a good chunk of time, like 3 to 4 hours, to make 12 of these for the Crucible. And there's 12 because there's 12 months in a year. Each Crucible lasts 30 days. So when you complete 12, you would get that 12th logo, which I think is the sickest one. I mean, I don't know. Could change, couldn't, I don't know. But the reason why I say all this is because it took me like 4 hours to do these 12. And they currently meet the standard that I'm looking for. So if I printed these out, made them into, or not printed them out, whatever, exported them, emailed into actual patches, and then made that 12th one a metal or some kind of something, what am I saying? I don't know where I was going with that. I feel proud of them. But what I'm trying to say is it took me 4 hours to do these 12. And I'm going to have to make, if I were to make them all myself, which I think I'm going to have to, dude, which sucks. But that would take me, I mean, I don't know, shit. So we have one for the mini discipline, one for the virtue feast, Vice Fast, one for the workouts, one for the nutrition, one for the water, one for this, all this shit. And then we have ones that encompass multiple things. So it's like, you completed everything perfect for a month. You get this badge, And it's hard for me to explain the vision if you don't really know what I'm looking to kind of illustrate here. But on a before and after photo, so think about like Instagram, how you have a swipe post or a carousel, whatever you want to call it, where you have one post and you can swipe to the next, swipe to the next, swipe to the next. You can have 10 photos total. Post number 1 might be the before and after. The second photo in that post might be I don't know, some words. And the third or whatever might be or will be all the badges the client can earn. So it'll have 1 through 12. And then the ones that they did not achieve will be grayed out. The ones that they did achieve will be in full color. And you can see all of the things that they earned in their time with the program or whatever, as long as they've been in the program, whatever. And other people can see that and be like, holy shit, this guy earned all this. Or other people in the program can be like, wow, this guy, he lost 30 pounds in the first 4 months or whatever. That's crazy. Looks like he got all the medals except this. So it looks like if I do that, then I'll, it's also a way to get clients to adhere to the program because there's so much on the line. You can't afford to miss a day at the gym because if you do, then you don't get the workout badge for that month or for that period of time or whatever it is. I haven't decided on the time frames. I'm just trying to keep it basic, just 30 days or 4 weeks, 28 days. Not being crazy and being like, yeah, you do this for, 250 days. I'll give you this purple and gold emblem, I personally am motivated by that type of shit. So I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is there's so many of these that I would have to make, and it just takes so much time. I truthfully think if I were to put my head down and just grind them out, it would take me till the end of this month to finish all of them for the things that I'm trying to achieve. But there's so much that goes into it that I'm just not confident. No, I'm not. I am confident. I'm not sure how I would get these done. And okay, I want to get these done. I want to do it myself because I have a lot of fun doing this. However, this is not important. This is not as important as other things. And I would like to spend my time that I do have working on the more important things and prioritizing the more important things. For example, getting an LLC set up and getting a business bank account there. For example, making the workouts and the nutrition and all that, getting those systems in place, because that's what the fuck is the core part of the program, not a goddamn emblem for reading a book every day, But it's stuff that I love to do because this is all, graphic design. Love this shit. So it's me being able to use my creative. It's like a creative outlet for me. So I don't want to outsource that to anybody else. But if somebody else can do it better, then I'm going to have them do it because this is going to take a long time, and I need time. I need time in my life. That's why I quit my jobs. I need more time. So anyway, I think that's it for today. Didn't mean for the show to be that long. I need to go to bed an hour ago now, so that's great. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening. I enjoy shows like today where I kind of just going because hopefully you can hear in my voice like I'm just fucking hyped about all this, man. I'm just laser focused on the things I got to do, and I'm just really enjoying all of this. So maybe tomorrow I'll record the videos for what I talked about today, but whatever. So anyway, that's the show. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace. If you haven't already, please go check out episode 292B. It explains what the show is about in depth. If you are a new listener and want to know what the hell is going on, why I sound like shit, why it's not organized, why it's not professional, 292B explains it perfectly. So go give that episode a listen if you haven't already. Thank you so much for giving my stuff a try, and I will see you tomorrow for another episode.